Close with a poem of my own. This poem's called Flip It Over. It's dedicated to youth who are homeless in Seattle. I worked with them between 2010 to 2013. Flip it over. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You with the face. When's the last time that you took space to see the grace electric off your cheeks, or took a peek at your skin? Tasked to be a mask through blocks so wide that walking them seems to eat up weeks. Streets that seem to dig one more hole in your souls. Streets that seem to stretch from pole to pole. Those streets, they can make you forget the feat of artistry, the woven cell-supple tapestry, the muscled, warm-blooded basketry of your face. You. Hey, you, behind the door, pretending there's something interesting to stare at the floor. Maybe at your core, fearing my voice, your ears sore from too much advice to hear what I have to tell you. It's a simple phrase, as common as a three-leaf clover, as stark as the reflection in the mirror. If you can, when you can, flip it over. When there's rust in your trucks, when you miss your bus, when one more no seems like a beam built to crush, when your closest ride or die goes and betrays your trust, when the curse gets fussed out of your best and briniest cuss, flip it over. When you get missed by the count, when your bus transfer runs out, when you feel kicked to the curb and you're all out of shout, when you've not walked your feet into gnarled root bulbs of gout, and when the courage in your bag gets replaced by a dark wad of doubt, flip it over. When the church doorway reeks, when the porch leaks, when you raise your hand to ask and the bus driver just zooms right past, when the bureaucratic maze, when the cop's curt gaze, or when the legal phrase threatens to summon up a boardroom table to flatten you stable, take all of your strength and heave off that slab, lift it up, raise it up, and flip it over. Flip it over because the night can't win. Flip it over because the moon has a bigger, prettier twin. Flip it over and the sand that's on the bottom will be on top again. And so long as that hourglass is flipped, it can continue to spin. And yes, the dog still cries. And the sun can act as a squat key to pry open our eyes from the darkness in which we can sometimes try to hide from the truth of life's limitedness, or from the law that seeks to find us and bury us, using as a spade our pride. But the spirit cannot be broken by any law. All laws were made to be broken by the spirit that left its lineaments in your ligaments, the spirit that speaks in your voice, whether soft or in vehemence, about everything in this world that scares you sober, either another listless summer or a rain-soaked October, the spirit that inspires you to take this rain-sodden bench gumming your bungalow, man, flip it over, to find at the bottom is a note with your name on it. And inside is a truth with a message that's a little haunted with risk, a little pregnant with promise, a truth that's too bent to be a doctrine, too hard won to be forgotten. You're not alone. Pick up the phone when you need to. Listen to the voices that plead with you and impart the truth that you, just like this poem, was poured from a life-shaped crucible. You're resilient and beautiful, and you deserve every last chance for a reversal. I mean, look at you. You with the face that was shy at first, but that's getting bolder. That's looking back at me as clearly as a reflection in the mirror, telling me, if you can, when you can, flip it over. Thank you.